curation and aggregation and content curation. Okay. So I want us to have a discussion. What do you understand by curation? Because we can derive the meaning from any of those two words to get what the basis of our topic is today. So what is to aggregate? Anyone share with us what is to aggregate or curate? No idea? Okay, Favor says aggregate is to combine several elements into a whole. Okay, that's good. Any other? Okay, we shall be looking at these in detail as we go forward. So, getting information from the internet sometimes can be overwhelming. You're searching for something, and I'm sure, like you guys have had experience when you're looking for some content on the internet. You can get probably sometimes an overwhelming number of responses, especially if you do not know how to properly search for content. You can get like so many results, and you sometimes find it a tedious process going through all of them on which kind of information that you exactly want. So the part why I am bringing that and why that is context to this session is because we are going to see different ways through which content can be aggregated and curated. By aggregated, meaning just like Favor put in the chat, whereby we get content of specific areas and it's well organized, let's say in sports, in health, technology, and you find it in one center or like one website. So there are websites or people that dedicate their websites to bring content of similar nature based on topics or areas and arrange it and find it in one place. Those are content aggregator sites. And then curators, with curation, it takes it beyond just bringing that content and placing it somewhere. As a curator, you find you're able to search widely on a particular topic of interest. And then when you bring that information, you need to add value to it. Okay, meaning that you add your own expertise to it, you add your own opinion, you even you can bring in insights and opinions of different experts on that particular topic. So, and the intention here is not for example, like us as communication and journalism professionals, we need to be in the realm of being content curators. And being a curator on something definitely means that you are knowledgeable in it. So that's why it's very important. The value of curation is that you're able to give your expert opinion on something that you have widely searched on, also brought information from different sources, arranged it properly, but you've added your value. Does that give more understanding to what we are looking at in terms of aggregating and curating content? Or any questions from that explanation? Yes, was that explanation clear? I need to know before we continue so that I know going forward that we are at par in terms of what content aggregation sites and content curation sites now. Wonder which one, on both of them or one of them?
On both.
Okay. So content aggregators or content aggregator websites. This is what happens. They get information. Let's say you find a site, as we're even going to look at in a few minutes. You find a site like, let's say, Google News. It has news from different sports websites. Okay, let's say from ESPN, FIFA, Premier League, and it brings and it's able to display sites, links from sports sites in one area. Then another area, it has information from different health websites. Then from education. So practically, what they're doing is they get links based on a specific topic or area, let's say like sports, and then have them on their website. Then also for health, education, technology, like that. Then for content curation, this is the process whereby you can use your website to publish content from different sources, okay, different experts. The process of curation involves you bring the content together, but then you add value to it, okay. So before you publish it, you need to be able to add your own expertise, your own opinion. You rearrange it the way you brought it. Make sure it's not how you publish. Yeah, as you add your own value to it, you also need to arrange it in a way that will make it meaningful for someone who's going to access it. The whole thing of curation is to add value to content that you've been able to search and put together. Of course, as a curator, you are knowledgeable in that area, so you know what best to bring from different sources. So that skill of finding the best content, then adding your own value to it, arranging it, rearranging it in a way that is going to be meaningful to others. So that is what content curation is. Is it clear now, Christopher? Okay. Any other questions? Okay, I would be interested to hear now from what I've explained. If I asked you to explain what you understand by what content curation is, what would you mention? It's important that we practice to see how well we can explain these things so that they are easy to even conceptualize going forward. So who would like to give this the first attempt? Yes? Should I say no one is going to share and we proceed? Anyone to attempt to define what content curation or aggregation is from what we have just discussed? So content with these three types of content online, we have content that we have said is aggregated, content that is created, and then content that is curated. Okay, so content creating content is like creating content from scratch. Okay, and that is the normal. This is now creation. This is like how you go to your website, do a post, and then you get all your information from scratch. Okay, maybe you took your images, took your videos, and now you're going to add them in, but also even the whole write-up of the article is created from scratch. Then content aggregation, here we have a definition. Someone to read for us what this definition is. The one on the screen. Yes, Damian.
Okay, good morning, sir. Content aggregation is the compiling information on any topic for one or more related keywords and publishing them in one platform, website, or blog. It is automated. It is automated RSS feeds and collects information exclusively based on keywords.
Okay, thank you. I hope that definition is clear. So here further, we say that content aggregator websites don't produce their own content. Instead, they collect from other websites and aggregate it into one easy to find location. So the first one here is Google News that we can look at as an example. We share it in the chat as well. So this is Google News. It's a content aggregator website, and as the definition, or as we had discussed, so all this information, this is not theirs. They just bring from different sites. Okay. As you can see, the content they display here is based on keywords or different topics. So if you want anything on, let's say, technology, you come here, and then under technology, they will bring you the latest information that is being published by other sites. Okay, as you can see. So their role is to probably find the best sites that are producing very important information on a specific topic. Yeah. We started getting understanding now what a content aggregator site is and what it involves from this example. Is it making more sense? Okay. So as you can see under technology, if you want anything on entertainment, it'll bring you different sources of entertainment news from different sites. Sports. Okay. Then another example of an aggregator site is called allafrica.com. I'll put it in the chat as well. This is a content aggregator site. It brings information from different African countries and is able to display them in one site. So this is all Africa. Again, information from what's happening across the African continent, as you can see here, Mozambique, Ghana, and you can further narrow down your search to a particular country. So here, if you click on this menu, you can go by country. Okay, so if you want maybe what's happening in Southern Africa, you can choose the country from Southern Africa that you want information from. And if you click on there, you'll be able to find information from Namibia. And as you can see, the information again, they don't own any of this. This is from different sites that are publishing about information in Namibia. So I hope that again provides more context to what content aggregation is. Bringing together content based on a specific topic or keyword in one location, so that people can easily find it. Any questions in regards to what content aggregation is, or what content aggregator sites do? Is it now clear to everyone? Okay. So we want to now move on to content curation. Someone to read for us the definition there. Yes, Livia.
Good morning. Content curation is a term that describes the act of finding, grouping, organization, or sharing the best and the most relevant content on a specific issue.
Yes, thank you, Slivia. Okay, so just like the definition states, it begins with finding, being able to search across the internet, even through your networks, on who the different experts on a particular topic are, and even online to find the best information on that particular topic. Then grouping, how you organize that information together, because you can find a lot of information, but how are you going to organize it in a way that is going to be meaningful and sensible to when you share it? Okay. And that is the other aspect about curation. You're not doing curation for yourself, you're doing it for other people. Meaning that you're doing this because you want other people to benefit from what you have put together, and also added your own value to. So it's important that as in the curation process, it's also good to establish what do people really want to know about something, so that you can do good curation in terms of what people actually are in need of or want. Because when you do it, you don't do it for yourself, you do it for other people to learn from your expertise on that particular topic. Okay. So with this, it's now a necessity for today, especially now, given that we are living in a world of a lot of accessibility to content, and now that you have your own websites, this is something that you can actually do. Actually, very many firms, organizations, they're hiring even content curators. Okay. So, and this is something you can begin and even start even right now as you're studying. Find any topics that you're passionate about, Okay, in any area, and you're able to become a curator in that area, whether it's health, whether it's fashion, you're able to search across the web, find relevant and good content, then also add your own expertise to it. You need to be able to add on, because as a curator, you're expected to also be quite knowledgeable in that area. So what are you adding onto that area that you are searching about? It could be like a paragraph of text or even a video explaining something. Then also the ability to have opinions from different experts in that area really makes your curation really good. So you can ask maybe a professor in this area or someone who you know is good. You can schedule an interview, record it as you're asking them maybe about something, and then you're able to add that into your article. And you see how all this comes into play. So now, given that you have websites which can publish multimedia content, meaning now you can start thinking of getting even information from people you video. If it's even a voice note, they can send you a voice note if they're not able to probably have a phone call or something, get a voice note, and you're able to upload it to SoundCloud and be able to add it as an audio within your work. So these are the kind of lines that you need to begin thinking along in terms of content, in terms of the digital space today, how you can remain relevant publishing content. So being one of them is being a content curator, being able to easily search the web on content about a specific topic, add your expert opinion, arrange it in a way that is going to be meaningful, and then share. Okay. So some examples here of content curation sites. I have a number. Let me just stop sharing here. Then I can. I used a number of things I've curated upon. So here is an example of an article that I published, but again, it was curated. So it's about fact checking and verification tools and practices. Okay. So first of all, I know many people who are looking are in search of fact checking tools and how they can verify content. Again, it's a content that I'm quite knowledgeable in. So I'm giving this for context when as a curator, the kind of things that you can be working on. So this is kind of my area, digital tools that can help do different things. And then I was able to bring different sources of information from the web. Okay, meaningful information. As you can see, I even added in a tweet from DW Academy that talks about disinformation. These are things that we know. Bringing in tips. And then here is the value addition I'm able to add in. I bring in like different graphics that provide context, tools for fact checking. Okay. Now here again is more value addition. I'm able to bring tutorials on how to fact check. Again, now this video was done by me. So again, when we're talking about your being your own opinion, your own expert things, these are some ways you can do it. So I have tutorials on how to do fact check. So this I'm adding in mine. And then again, the combination of different other things I got from the internet, more tutorials that I've done in the area. So I hope this is providing you some kind of insight into what curation is. Have good skills of searching the web, finding the best, most valuable information on a particular topic. Then how can you add your own context to it? What value addition can you provide? Do you have tutorials maybe on how to do some of these things? Then in terms of what I was saying, bringing in expert opinions from also other people, I was able to add this video of a gentleman who's a fact checker in Uganda. It's called Pius Enwaru. He held a session on information and misinformation during the Kenya elections, and I was able to add his context into that. So basically, you should this in summary should be able to provide a good insight on what curation is. From that example, is it becoming more clear on what content curation is and what is involved? Okay, so from what we've discussed, I would like to hear from you. What topics or areas do you think you'd be a good content curator in? I would like to hear from what we've just discussed. Which areas do you think you are passionate or ready to start curating? Sylvia says sports. Okay. And the rest of us? Damian says politics. The rest? Which topics or areas do you feel would be of your interest to curate in? Okay, I hope as we go through these different aspects, you are thinking of different areas that you can curate on, so that you're able to grow your skill level. And this is how you keep yourself busy, keep yourself knowledgeable in different things, because the process of curation involves searching. And through that searching, you're finding more information. You need to be able to read the information so that you know that you're sharing actually things that have of value addition. So it also keeps you very knowledgeable in different areas. And I would encourage each and one of us at least to have an area in which that they're curating content on from their websites, and you have regular information you can share. Another site is campustimesug.com. You'll find different information on different about universities in Uganda, I think even in East Africa. And they also have a number of web articles there that are curated. So again, just to emphasize on what we've been talking about, this is the process content curation goes through. Okay, so one begins by searching information from various sources across the web. It could even be in your contacts, your resource people. Then after you find that information, we go here to the next process, which is sensing. Okay. Now here is where you distill, okay, where you now from all the information that you have got, you have to find out which is the best and most meaningful. So in the process of distilling, then elevating. Elevating means like adding your value addition. How are you making the content better? Just like I've showed you from my example, I was able to add in different tutorials of how to fact check different things. And then mash up. Mash up means like the mixture. How are you able to give it a good mixture of meaningful content together? Meaning, are you able to bring opinions from different experts, okay, that are also in that field? And then the chronology is how now you're going to arrange all that information that you've put together so that it's meaningful to someone. That is the part of that other part of curation. And then final, which is to share. After you publish that article, you make sure that you share it widely on your social media, different platforms, so that it can reach as many people and many people can benefit from that. Is that graphic clear in terms of the explanation and what curation is? Yes? Was the explanation there clear in terms of the process of what content curation undergoes? Okay, Miriam says not really. Anyone who understood anything? Yes, Damian?
Me, I've understood that in order to make that information meaningful, you have to arrange it chronologically or systematically in order. Yeah.
Okay, that's one aspect of it. Any other? So I say that when you curation of content undergoes different steps. So first you begin by searching. If you're going to curate about maybe, what can I say, health or something, you go and search for information on different websites that publish about health. Okay, so you search the web. It could even be on a particular topic under health, maybe something to do with health of the ear. So you go to different sites that publish about ear, like how health of the ear, various sources, and then you're able to have that information in one area. You could also go ahead to find experts who about ENT, which is the ear as well. Interview them, get to understand their insight. Then also, if you are also have some knowledge about, if you're maybe into health journalism, you're also able to write about that. Okay, so you add your own expert opinion. Also, other ways you can do value addition is through finding relevant images, videos that about that particular topic. So that whole process of seeking involves that. Then we have the sensing. Now in this area, this is where you're distilling of all the information that you've got, which is the most relevant. Okay. How are you then elevating? How are you adding value to it? Like I said, images, your own expert opinion. It could be a paragraph, it could be a video explaining. then mashup, how you arrange all of that information together, and then chronology, how to group it together so that it's meaningful from start to finish. And then after doing that, you're able to share that information through your different platforms. Is it clearer now, Mariam? Okay. All right, so someone to read for us what we have on the slide. Yes, Damian, you can read this one, then Winfred will read the next.
Curation reduces information overload by providing filtered information.
Okay, I hope we get that. So when you curate, you're doing the good work of instead of someone searching across the web on different websites about a specific topic, if you've curated about it, they can now go straight to your website or to your link where you have done already that good work of searching across the web. Then you filter, add your own value, and then you publish. So that is one way. Winfred, you can read this one.
Curation brings clarity to chaos by making sense of information.
Okay. Again, that aspect of curation of whereby you're able to, because it involves distilling, you're able to find the best information in the particular topic, add expert opinions from people who are knowledgeable in that area, in addition to yours, provides clarity. Next, someone to read for us this slide. Yes, Favor.
Good morning, everyone. Value number 3, curation extends the shelf life of information.
Yes. When you curate on a topic, meaning that you have also added your own expertise, or you're making the topic live longer, okay, by adding your own expert opinion. That means someone else will also be able to add on. So in other words, it's providing more curation, enables providing more knowledge and context to different topics. Next, someone to read for us. Yes, Winfred.
Value number 4. For curators, curation is an efficient way to build knowledge, skills, thought leadership, and network. For organizations, curation helps build staff expertise, improve branding, and increase impact.
Yes, if you become a curator of something, you're definitely going to be regarded an expert in it because you consistently publish about it. And this is one way you can stand out today, because we're seeing the journalism and communication space is evolving. Okay, those days it was traditionally only being either a news reporter, either you read news or go to the field, gather news, editor. But now these new forms of digital journalism have now emerged, whereby you can also now be a content curator. Okay, and then from that you can even you can be called to different symposiums or conferences to speak on these things because of how much hard work you put into publishing consistently about something. And luckily now you have a website that you can use to publish content, even your social media platform. you can decide to do content curation on your tweet, on your X handle. You find a relevant information on a particular topic, do a thread about it, add relevant images, also add your own context to it, and you share. And you can find yourself growing as an authority in some of these things and make a name for yourself. Someone to read this? Also, so sorry, Favor had put her hand up. Prayer. Yes, Favor. So then when we'll get another slide, Salfin, you shall read.
Seeing the screen. Let me first go out and then I'll come back because I'm not seeing the screen.
Can you see the screen now, Favor?
Yes, I can now see the screen. Okay. Aggregation without curation is normally not very helpful for journalists. Curation creates the brand. Content aggregation supplements your content offering by providing more information on your specific niche. Its core value to your brand is limited because it lacks original commentary rather than content aggregation to help sow the seeds for your brand development and long-term value.
Yes. So as for advice as a journalist, communication professional today, you need to be in the business of curation, not just aggregating content from different. Because like we saw, I hope you remember, aggregating is just you bring links from different sites and have them in one area. But with curation, here you bring content from those different sites, arrange it, and then you even publish it yourself. But the difference is that you add your own context to it, add value to it, bring in expert opinions from others, and then publish it. And that's where the real value is. Okay, so we want to look at now the difference between content curation and content aggregation. I think, Salfine, you can help us with this.
Okay. Oh, the words are so small for me. Okay. Content curation. Should I start with content curation or?
Yeah, you can do content curation. Each of them, each line has the difference. This one uses editorial, this one discovers. You can read like that.
Okay. Content curation uses editorial, expertise to select content. Content aggregation discovers content from different sources. Then content curation enhances other people's content, aka is it OPC with commentary, and then content aggregation calls based content. Content curation composes original headlines. Content aggregation clarifies information into pre-established order. Content curation distinguishes content to attract attention, while content aggregation organizes results systematically based on product, company, and or brand. Then content curation publishes content on regular schedule. while content aggregation publishes information when available.
Thank you. Anything not clear? Any questions regarding this?
Yes, I didn't get a part where there is OPS. What is OPS?
Oh. OPC, other people's content. It's just an abbreviation for other people's content. Safine, is it clear?
Yes, thank you so much.
Any questions regarding that? So again, it's important to know like what good curation and bad curation is, some of the practices. So good curation, you honor instead of degrade. Meaning, if you've got this information from a particular source, it's always good to attribute where you're getting the information from. Then we have also that good curation, you study the content. When you're getting content from different sources, you're supposed to analyze and go through it rather than just skimming through it. Okay. Why? Because today, first of all, you're an expert in that area, so you need to thoroughly read through it so that you know that it's of value and it's going to be of value to the people accessing it. Then good curation is you get information from various sources, not just one or two. It involves finding information from various sources so that you have different various good expert perspectives. Again, I said good curation involves crediting where it's coming from. Then transforming rather than imitate. Good curation involves that when you get all that content, you just don't copy and paste, but how are you also adding value to it? And that's what we call transforming. What opinion are you adding to it? What value addition are you putting to it? Then remixing, this is more of like the order. Are you organizing it in a way that is making sense from beginning to the end? Then someone else to read what we have here, relevance in content curation. Yes, Vera?
Are you selecting topics based on your audience needs? Myopia, putting your interests ahead of your audience. Sorry, sir, my screen has, okay, it's back. Myopia, putting your interest ahead of your audience's informational needs is something all content creators have to be constantly aware of. Preparing owners is the best way to avoid wasting your time curating content or doesn't care about.
Yes, this is what I was saying earlier. For your content curation to be relevant, you need to be selecting topics that your audience needs. Okay, you need to be. And how do you find out today? In case you wanted to find out what people are interested in, how would you find that out? Yes, Favor?
I I think by doing a research on searching on what is trending, because mostly things that like
Favor, I can't hear you anymore. I don't know, is it only me?
Oh, sorry, sir. I think my network is a bit shaky. Okay, I was saying by doing a research on what is trending, because most people love the content.
Yes. So how do you do that research? What are some of those ways you can get feedback from people, or ways you can get to understand?
Example, on TikTok, you can see the number of likes you get. Okay, a content gets. Most of the content gets 1 point something million likes, and also people get to share the content as well to other people.
Okay, so how would you? Yes, I understand you can do research, but also how do you get real-time feedback from people on the kind of topics they're interested in? What are some of the ways? Favor, we seem to have lost you again. I can't hear you. Okay, the rest. How would you how would you get information to know what topics people are interested in? Yes. Okay. Someone to read for us the next this slide.
Sorry, sir. I went off. My network is a bit bad.
No, it's okay.
Yeah. So I was saying, okay, I can get was it the late? Okay, what was the question again?
I was saying, what are some of the ways today in which you're able to get to know what topics people are interested in? I've had your point of research and everything, but how can you today find out what are some of those ways in which you can get feedback from people on the kind of topics they could be interested in?
Okay, I think when I post a content online, yeah, I think monitoring the comments and likes so that I can see if they liked the content or not.
Yeah, so one way is through social media, okay? You can use the social media, you can post on your timeline, what would you be interested in, and or to know more about this. And then people and you can monitor your comment section, you can even run a poll, okay?
Yeah.
You can run a poll, use your WhatsApp status, what topics would you be? So the whole thing is how you can use different digital platforms to gather feedback and from your different audiences, so that you're able to curate based on the kind of feedback that you've got. Thank you, Favor. Someone to read for us this. Yes, Gertrude.
First of all, good morning, everyone. Adding value. Are you integrating your own content that summarizes key ideas and lessons? Enhance value of the content by adding your own perspective to original content. Highlight and summarizing the most important ideas and providing examples of how your market can put the ideas to work. Add value and provide a deeper content experience by cross-referencing curated topics to other online resources or perspectives. What do other experts on that topic have to say? What do other experts on that topic have to say? Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Gertrude. Yes, so this is basically just the aspect of adding value. You need, if you just bring content from different sources and then you publish it, that is not content curation. The true value of curation is the value addition that you are adding there, meaning your own expertise into the topic, a summary of what you think maybe the best practices, so that that is where your value is. Otherwise, anyone can just go and bring content from anywhere and put it together. Okay, and also the aspect of being able to get what other experts their takes on these kinds of on this issue that you're creating. I think I saw Winfred's hand up.
Okay. Distribution channel. To reach as much of your audience as possible, I recommend distributing your curated content on multiple channels. Start small with a couple of channels. You could even make quick YouTube videos with your top 5 picks of the week.
Yes, like I've been saying, once you curate content, you need to share it, publish and share it so that it reaches as many people. It doesn't serve you good to do all this good curation, publish on your site, and you don't share it further. How will people know that you've actually curated? Okay, get that link, put it on your status, distribute it on, put it on X, put it on Facebook, Instagram, so that as many people can see the kind of value addition you're providing to content. People know that you're actually now a thought leader and expert in a particular area. Okay, and also to provide context, as I was saying, sometime I think it was Next Media, they were hiring, and one of the things they wanted was a lead content curator. If you see the fourth position, so this is something real. We're just not doing this for the sake. Organizations have started hiring content curators, and this is you have an opportunity to do this way as you're studying. So imagine you are applying for this kind of position, and you're able to show what you've curated, even while you are still studying. This is going to show someone who potentially might hire you the kind of seriousness that you've put into. If you see the number 6 search engine marketer, you're able to be relevant in this evolving journalism and communication space. So, someone to read for us this quote. Yes, Catherine.
key element that makes curation the key element that makes curation works in the competence and focus of the curator and the topic he or she has selected. Repeated efforts to create curated channels that mix and match broad and highly competitive topics are bound to see a very short life. Robin Good, Master of Content Creation.
Yes, so the key element that makes curation work is your competence, how much knowledge by your area in that area that you're curating, and the focus. Okay, how best you're able to find the relevant information on that particular topic, bring it together, and then add value to it. Okay. Then, are you ready to be a curator? Those who can curate. If you can't, at least curate, review. If you can't review, maybe at least do a tweet. If you can't tweet, do a retweet. Okay. Then, also to provide context, this whole presentation is curated content. Okay, meaning I was able to find content find different slides and content from different sources, able to bring it together, add my own expert opinion as well, and then I present it to you in a way that is going to be sensible and meaningful. Okay. So I want us to again further, as you do, you can take some time, do some more research on what content curation is, so that this is an area you're able to grow and become good at. Any questions? Okay, so we're now going to move into another critical aspect of this course unit, where we're going to now begin digital content creation. Okay, where we're going to be looking at things like video editing, graphics design, audio editing, photo editing, so that we can now also start creating digital content. Okay, so as we dive into that area, I would like to know anyone who has an experience in graphics design or video editing, audio or photo editing with any tool. Okay, so okay, so Mariam, you use CapCut for video editing. Anyone else? Yes, Gertrude.
I try on audio editing, yeah.
What do you use to edit audio?
Adobe Audition.
Okay, good. Favor, when you say same, you mean CapCut?
Yes, sir. CapCut.
Okay. Okay, great. So, given that these are practical tools that are available to each one of us, we're going to approach this from a different kind of way. We are not going to come here. I'm not going to be coming into the class to teach you how to use a certain tool. No. We are going to agree on a tool that each of us is going to download or get. practice with it, and in the class we are sharing products. Okay, I want to provide tutorials so that we need to be able, because there are a lot of resources online on how to use these tools. They are not complicated, and the best way for learning practically from experience is by doing, not by someone showing you. Okay, so we are going to be agreeing each time. For example, now we are going to start with graphic design. Okay, we are going to agree on a tool that we need to download, or you can sign up for on your computer, watch tutorials, or even explore the tool on its own. Most of these tools, you'll be able to explore them on your own, come up with a product, and then come to the class to share what was involved as you are learning how to use that. And that will be the mode that we're going to be looking at each of these different tools for creating digital content. So today, like I said, we're going to begin with graphics design. I want us to download Canva on your mobile phone. Okay, I will share it on the group as well, but I want each of us to download Canva. If you're using your computer, sign up for an account on Canva, and I want you to design a flyer. Okay. Next, I think our class is on Tuesday, which each of us, I will be expecting each of us to see what they have been able to design in Canva. I am going to share a tutorial, but you should be able to also go through the tool on your own and be able to create something. And I also want you to get into the business of searching for tutorials on YouTube, how to do something, how to design something, because many of the things that you'll be expected to know or to learn, you may not know them, but with the vast majority of resources available online today, you're able to learn anything and quickly. So on your mobile phones, download Canva. It's a graphics design tool, and be able to design either a flyer or a poster. And like I said, this is not maybe optional. It's going to be mandatory. I want each of the next class, each of us shall be displaying what they were able to design. The tool is called Canva. I'm going to put it here in the chat. The spelling is like that, C-A-N-V-A. If you're using download it on your mobile phone, install it, begin working with it. If you're using your computer, sign up for an account, canva.com, and then begin designing with it. It's not a complicated tool. There are many tutorials about it on how you can design amazing things. Any questions? Is it clear on what is expected of us on Tuesday? Great. Download Canva or sign up for an account on Canva if you use a computer. I want you to design a flyer or a poster. I'm looking forward to seeing your work, and this is the mode that we're going to do for the remaining tools. Okay, so that you guys are able to practice as much as possible and learn on your own, and also develop ways of how you can learn anything today. Any questions from what we have covered today? Wanda and Mariam, are the instructions clear? What is required? Please inform the rest about the coursework that I gave. The deadline is on Monday, 2 p.m. Instructions are clear. Sharing your work on email and link to your article. Like I said, I will not be listening to any excuses. Yeah, that's why I need you to inform. If you have time before any class starts, if people, especially if in class, you can inform them so that people do not miss out on marks. If there are no further questions, I'd like to wish you a good day and I'm looking forward to the designs that you're going to be sharing on Tuesday. Please ensure everyone is aware so that no one comes to the class without any work.